Queen Jam. This is King Jerry, and we're coming here because
we just took a trip, and it was an amazing trip. But it all depends on how you want to describe amazing, and that's what we're about to talk about, obviously.
Yes. We're going to try and be as short as possible, but as thorough as possible, just to let you know our experience and what happened. And we took a trip. It was a gift of some sort, just one of those things where someone gifts you something, and of course you have to go and take a tour. They give you free gifts, the little timeshare tour, if you will. Yeah. And we had a very interesting experience, to say the least. Very. So, yeah.
Let's get straight to it.
Yeah.
All right. So we decided that we wanted to take the trip to Massanutten, which will be located in Virginia, and that will be next to the Shenandoah River. If you are aware of that area, good for you. If you're not,
Shenandoah Valley and everything.
Shenandoah Valley. Google it, all right? Good for you if you know. If you don't, please.
They have a famous water park there as well.
Yes, they do.
That's what everyone goes there for.
So, as Queen, summarized it, it was gift to us as well, and we decided to take that 3-day, 2-night. First, when we got there, beautiful trip getting there. The psyche of just a straight shot. It was just beautiful scenery. I'm just keeping it blunt. All right. Secondary to that, when we did arrive, at least we were prepared. I will give you that when you go. Just be prepared. I would say pack lightly, depending on what season you're going. If it's cold, go ahead and get yourself a jacket. Don't play yourself.
Right.
If it's warm, don't play yourself. Bring a jacket just in case.
The wind chill was real, but yeah. We arrived, and as soon as we arrived and we were checked in, we were given a piece of paper. Yeah. Pretty much telling us what time our tour was going to be, what time check-in is, our hotel and everything. They gave us this card, and it's just a little card pretty much letting us into the recreation areas of the facility. And you would think, or what we were told once we accepted the timeshare tour, was that we would have access to the water park and certain things would be free. Of course, they listed everything that was available at the location. I'm going to try and get and just list it, because when they call you and they're preaching to you, trying to get you to come to the timeshare tour, they're letting you know everything that's going to be there. It's going to be so amazing.
Now, mind you, when you get there, of course, you're not the only one. You're up early in the morning, a little groggy. You can see that on everyone else's face. Mind you, when they get there, they tell you this specific factor. There's going to be a slight breakfast.
A light breakfast, yes. As they said, please arrive to the tour 15 minutes early, because they do serve a light breakfast. Yeah. I have learned very early not to take everything for face value, okay? Because when people say light breakfast or continental breakfast, especially when it's free, no. And we did another tour before where they said they were going to have chefs making sandwiches and salads for everyone.
Didn't happen. But
they didn't even have a salad there. Okay.
We're going to give it good.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're going to go straight to it.
Yes.
Since we arrived.
Yeah, she contacted us and was just like, you can come here. It's going to be a golf course, ski resort, and they're going to have zip lining, outdoor, indoor pool, and fishing ponds, and ice skating, and everything. But of course, you had to pay for all those services. So when we checked in, we found out that we have access to the free pools and game rooms and things like that, but they gave us 20% off of a water pass.
There you go.
So that was exciting. And the water pass, depending on which one you want, they range from $50, starting from, the very low class, all the way up to $149. So it depends on what you want. And then you have golf passes and everything like that free as well.
You do have the opportunity to look this up before you go, but if you're a type of individual where you have to get that information when you get there, you have no time to honestly go over this. Everything is just straight in your face. Push.
Yes.
Hurry up and go.
I'll show it to you just so you can see
You can pause that, I'm sure.
Yes, you can pause it and take a look at it. Hopefully I got, the clear view as much as possible. Mm-hmm. But yes, that's how it goes, and they give you a little book of everything you can do there, and all, of course.
Right.
Got spa packages, all that stuff you have to pay for, of course. Mm-hmm. So that's just a little something, but had to do all that. So of course we check in, they tell us that, they send us to our hotel room. We have clips of our hotel room. Hopefully you watched that video already. Yeah. And you'll see that it wasn't anything special, of course. Mm-hmm. We find out later why. Mm-hmm. And then we ended up, just packing up for the night and just staying in and spending some, money on food and just getting ready for the tour in the morning because it started to get pretty late. And icy outside, of course.
So what we decided to do, since it was getting a little late, we were like, boom, first thing, let's go ahead and get something to eat. Normally, I'm just going to keep it blunt with you guys. If you're trying to decide what to eat when you're out and you're not aware of the area, pizza is probably going to be the number one. You can't mess up pizza unless the place where you're getting pizza from is just that trash, all right? Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to put the pizza place out there where we decided to order from pizza first. Yes. But, you call and you're so excited that you're about to get the pizza. They call you back after you've already put in the order. Hey, we don't even deliver, but you already took, the information. Either way.
Yeah, that's a whole side.
Either way, secondary to that, you call another pizza company, which is actually out here doing their thing, and we do appreciate Domino's. I'm not going to put them out there. Domino's, we appreciate you,
yes,
right?
But your pizza was dry.
Yeah, pizza was a little dry.
It was very dry. It didn't have any sauce. Anyway, this is not for all of that.
It's not for all of that. But what I will say, shout out, because the individual that came was really cool yes. Driver, got there.
We tipped him well, even though people think that we don't tip.
Exactly. Tip your drivers, bro. All right. They go through a lot out there. I don't know if you ever had that. But sidebar to that, once we went ahead and got our pizza and the food in general, we went along and we ate and we called it a night, chilled. But that morning,
yes,
that morning is when everything changed. All right.
Mhm. We woke up and
expecting like breakfast.
We arrived. As soon as we arrived, we checked in at the front desk, and they were pretty much saying, "Your person who you're assigned to will be with you shortly. Just stand over there." Pretty much.
Your agent.
So we said, yeah. Right. So we stood over wherever we were, and there was a lot of other families, groggy, with children, and everyone just looked tired, and everyone was looking around like, where is the free breakfast?
Right.
The light breakfast.
Mind you, it's like 28 degrees outside, 28 to 30 degrees outside. There are kids outside, okay? With no jackets. At least a light jacket here. Okay.
Tell them about your coffee and tea. Did you enjoy your tea?
So, I was like, at least go ahead and put something in my system. Go ahead and grab some tea. My tea experience was bad.
Yes, because they said, you can stand over there and you can get tea. There's tea and coffee over in the corner. So you got what was it, black tea and orange?
Black tea and orange, and it didn't go well at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes. I should have known from that period that it was going to be a bumpy ride.
Yes.
And to start from there, we were given an opportunity early in the morning to at least get this tour out the way. Mm-hmm. And the young lady that they gave us the tour was actually our age, very open-minded.
Yeah, she was very nice. She came in, she very loud in the morning and rambunctious. Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm so-and-so, happy to see you. Let's go ahead and get this started. And, it takes a while just because it's early. But, yeah, she was amazing. She was our age. And you could tell that she had a decent aura about herself.
There you go. Mm-hmm. But as we went through the process, we were pretty much taking around the
facility.
The facility. It's about 6,000. It's right there on the front. Right. Inside, we went to these very specific. It's 6,000 acres, pretty much, that you can enjoy, right? Of course.
That you have to pay to enjoy, mind you.
Pay to enjoy, of course.
There's select free things, But I do also want to point out the things that are free are mostly during the weekday. So if you went on the weekend, like we did, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're not going to see the things that Monday through Thursday get to see. And a lot of things I was pretty jealous. So I was like, okay. But this is the map of the place. Pause that too. Is it?
Yeah. Right, so it's pretty nice facility in general. When we went to the facility to meet up with our selling representative, pretty much pulled up the car and everything. I mean, full service. Pull the car up right to your feet like it was a Greyhound. All right. No.
Don't make it sound like that, because we toured the inside of the building.
That's true.
And we walked down one staircase, up another, and got to see some of the things that they offered. And then she brought us back into the original area where we were that she brought us to. We had to walk where she grabbed us from. We had to walk outside and come in another building.
Right.
So we were already.
Let me rephrase this. When we drove to a south facility where everyone was meeting at about 8 o'clock in the morning. All right? Multiple families. Inside of this one facility, when you walk in, it's a very large conference room per se, and you have multiple round tables, probably able to sit around a good 7 people at one table. Mind you, there's more than well over 20 to 30 tables in this large conference room. This conference room does have separate rooms, and these section off rooms are of multitude. You have some that are private, some for I guess their management teams that they have in those offices to bring out crunch numbers. You have
I'm so glad you said crunch numbers.
You have excuse me.
Yes.
I'm very animated with my hands. No. I apologize. Not only do you have those those type of off rooms and management teams in those off rooms, they take you through a staircase where of course that takes you to like a secondary floor where you're able to interact and really see those that are not only at that facility as a whole, but those that have been toured, I'm sure, earlier or the day before, and they're just enjoying their time.
Yeah, so but we got there. The light breakfast turned out to just be a continental breakfast, and it was all pastries like donuts, muffins, and they had some orange juice.
That tea showed back up.
They had some orange juice and also apple juice.
Yeah. And
it was, I'm trying to stay away from all that bread stuff. So I was like, no, I'm not going there for all that. And they pretty much claim that a muffin is a cupcake in the morning. It's not a good thing to eat, but whatever, each his own. So we went and sat down, waited for her to come, and she came over, just introduced herself, saying that she was going to just give us a brief rundown on how everything goes, and then we're going to go on a short tour. We took the tour. She then told us to wait in the lobby. She's going to bring her car around after about 10 minutes.
Probably 10, less than 10.
You had time to go back and get juice and come back.
I'll give her a good 7 minutes. Give her a good 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes. Yeah.
Minutes? I know.
7 minutes.
It was about 10-15.
10-15. It was a while.
It was a while. And she pulled back up, and we get in the car. We toured the grounds, and they're pretty much taking you in their car, showing you the different things that they offer. Yes, we have kayaking in the summer. This is the skating rink. This is that. This is that. She took us over to this amazing overlook that was very beautiful.
Yes, if you've of course been to Massanutten in Virginia, on these beautiful mountains, you'll get to one portion where you go all the way up one side of the mountain, and it's a beautiful overlook. And once you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. As Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have seen the mountaintop, all right, and it is beautiful. Breathtaking.
Yes, you'll definitely see it because we have it in our other videos. You'll definitely see it. And she also, of course, took us to the timeshare area building because they had a certain buildings that they were pretty much almost sold out of, but they wanted to section a little bit more.
Yes, this is what happened. I'm so happy that you said it like that. The way they have the way that they have the facility in general set up, once you go on the tour and you're driven around, they're going to show you a facility, or they're going to show you certain condos where it's pretty much apartment based. You'll have pretty much split right down the middle.
Yeah, it's like an upscale apartment type situation.
Yes. And the one that we walked into, it wasn't really secure, to be honest with you. You can walk right in. They catch you by the furniture. They catch you by the furniture as soon as you walk in. Literally, it's that's what catches your eye because it doesn't look like what you're standing.
Yes, and that's the only reason why. It's because you are happy to see that there's something else in this facility other than what you're standing.
Yep. And the psychological effect that puts on you when you start to go through the process of really understanding what's going on is the selling portion.
Yes.
So the first door was, the traditional setup where you have your oven, you have your sink, you have the open, you got the bedroom, you got the second room, you don't have the oven, but you do have this magnificent overlook, you got a hot tub, all that other type of just because I know where you're staying currently, and I'm pretty sure you would like to be in a place that looks like this.
Yes, nothing special. The only reason why, like we said, it looked nice was because our original place that you will see or you have seen was crummy compared to what they showed us, and I wish we would have taken more pictures during the tour, but I was just trying to get on and get my free gifts, okay? And everyone knows who does the timeshare tours, you know that that's the only thing you're worried about is getting your free gift, okay? Yes, so either way, we get back to the facility and she sits us down and she pretty much breaks it down to, you can have a 2-bedroom or you can have a 1-bedroom. You can have a 2-bedroom for about $66,000, or you can have a 1-bedroom for like half that cost at 60 months, and just throwing numbers, okay? So it was just like, okay, but we already knew, no, free gifts. This is, when you go on a timeshare, this needs to be your vision, okay? Yeah. Right here is free gifts. All that other stuff they're showing you, you need to be like,
block.
You need to be like, where are my free gifts at? Where are my free gifts at? Where are my free gifts at?
That's all you have to do.
Where are my free gifts at? A couple of,
a few elbows in there.
So you just have to make sure that is your vision. So she's either way, but she made it clear to us because we got to know her during the tour and everything she was going through, and she really had an interest in life. And when she told us pretty much a good portion of her life, it was very good to know that someone can be that realistic with you. And when she brought us back to the facility, she pretty much said, whether you guys want it or not, God bless you either way. Because we told her that when we first started, as soon as we sat down at that breakfast and she met us and everything, we said, we just started a business. We're focused on that. We're not trying to do anything other than focus on our business.
There you go.
So when she came back over, she said, if you want to do it, you can. That's good. If you don't, God bless you either way.
Right.
But of course, there was a process that they had to go through. A systematic process they had to go through. Right. So she had to bring her manager over, and that's all she said. I'm just going to bring my manager over. He just has to sign off on it, pretty much just talking to you all to make sure that you really, really, really don't want it.
There you go.
But this, again, needs to be your vision, okay? My free gifts. Where are my free gifts at? Where's my what they're going to give you?
Now, that next step, when it comes to the manager, everyone knows the manager, the over-eager manager, the pushy manager. The next step slick back. I'm gonna get you this no matter what.
I wish we would have taken a picture of him. He was very wasn't his sleeves rolled up?
Sleeves rolled up, and it's 20-something degrees outside. Bruh.
Sleeves rolled up. Hair
we were inside, but
slicked back.
I'm just, he had his, I'm going to sell you this slick back right now.
He probably straightened his pants before he came over and said, let's do this. I've had some hard ones before. You ain't seen nothing.
He said, baby, get the steam rolling. I need to steam my chin.
Because it's going to be a good day at work today. I'm going to really get him this time. Okay, roll the camera.
Either way, y'all. Either way. When you get to that second step, or you get to that second eager manager that wants to sell you, I'm not gonna say that his approach was bad. I'm just gonna keep it real.
It was horrific.
Horrible. First thing he does, draw in, obviously, family. I got family, you got family. But he demeaned his family while trying to sell it. That, if you are gonna go that far in demeaning your family, why are you in the process of trying to sell me something, which I've already told you before that I'm not going to purchase? That really tells me a lot about your character. And even if you are just doing this because you've done this so many times, it just tells me a lot about your character, even though I'm telling you no.
Yes.
Blunt. And when this chauvinist, ego-driven salesman took it too far, we had to give him the fire right back. All right. History lesson.
He came over immediately. I'm going to tell you what he said. He said, so, my wife, she is all into all this technology stuff. I'm not, I'm old school. And she has an Instagram page. And she will post something. It's like a makeup tutorial or something. And she'll get 500 likes. And I know she doesn't know 500 people. How could she possibly know 500 people? And right there was just a quick break. And it's like, so your wife is more advanced than you when it comes to technology, but you're willing to demean her to try and get this sell. Okay, but okay.
And some of you may think, oh, that was a reach. No. For real. Like, I'm telling you. He went as far as to say, my wife knows more about technology, which is cool. You putting it out there. That's not what you with. That's fine, man. But to the end process, where we're demeaning your partner, and we're pretty much saying, hey, even if she did know that many people, I doubt that it wouldn't really make a difference. It's just overall. We kind of caught the picture of where he was going.
Yeah, so he pretty much said all that to say, since you all just started your new business, and I'm pretty sure that if you posted that you had a timeshare, people would be willing to come and stay at your timeshare, because all of those people who like your page and are on your Instagram, they're going to see it and want to come stay at your timeshare.
Great idea. Beautiful idea. And no one said that. Sir, what's your percentage rate? Just show me the number. First number he throws out, $185, right?
Yes, 180. He said he could get us, it was like the entire, no, he said, I'm going to work out an amazing deal for you. And watch this, because they always say this, I'm going to work an amazing deal out for you. I'll be right back. So he leaves.
Yes, sir.
He rushes off.
Yes, sir.
He rushes off. And you're thinking, just for me, little old me, he's going to work out a deal. They're lying.
Yeah. What they do is they go in the back. They take a little bit of time. They look at you, because we could see him, actually.
He probably stood in the mirror, made sure his hair was as slicked as possible, and even did the licked his eyebrows. And came back out with a piece of paper that he probably has stacks of on his daggone desk, act like he giving us an amazing deal.
Right. He brings out per month, we can do this 1 bedroom. What was it? That's all it was? It was just standard?
Yes, he said, would you say a 1 bedroom was all that you need?
Right.
He said it was going to be about $11,000, but we could just do it for $183 a month with a down payment of, I don't know, like
over
$1,000.
It was what? Excuse me. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I was about to say it was $1,000. It was $1,000 at first because you're thinking about the last final
that secondary,
step.
Yeah.
That final when they say they're going to exit. But anyway, we're going to stay on him. We're still in the second step right now. So he pretty much said we can do it for $183, and we told him from the get-go, you know, we're focused on our business. That is what we're playing for. So he pretty much said, okay, but how can you not afford $183 a month?
But the down payment for that day was a grand total of $1,000.
Yeah.
Well over $1,140 something. I was like, huh? You tried it.
Exactly. So he just kept pressing the issue, and we kept explaining to him, no, absolutely not. Right now, all we're doing is focusing on the business. We don't have any money to spare. I don't care if you tell me it's $5. I don't have it to spare. Unless it's free, then we can talk. But other than that, like I told you, I'm not doing it because there's so many different other factors, you know, and at the end of the day, that person is not going to be there for you to call when you can't make that $183 payment. You know, you can't call him and just say, hey, I can't make this payment. Can you help me? Oh, yeah, I'm going to help you. Let me slick my hair back real quick and help you. No, he's not going to do that. So,
and actually the funny part is during the process of the whole conversation, he was like, you know, and our members happened to come up with the payment some way, somehow.
Yes. Yes.
Told on yourself. Told on yourself.
Yes, because that's what we do. Unfortunately, we find money where we think that we don't have it, and we just don't invest in the right things. So at some portion, he was correct. But you have to factor that into your lifestyle. If you want to spend that money to get you this, that, and the third, that's what you're going to do.
Exactly.
But me adding this timeshare onto my family is not going to help me at this moment in time because I already have something that we're starting at the moment.
There you go.
And he just wasn't taking no for an answer. He just kept putting the pressure on him. And the whole time I'm paying attention to the young lady that spent the entire day or the good portion of the morning with us. And she's just looking at him just like, you know, like what are you talking about? And how can you be saying this? Like, watch what you're saying. But on her face, you could just tell on her face, she was terrified. She was uncomfortable. And so were we, because he was making it that way. He was talking at us in a way. And it wasn't listening to our opinion or what we had to say. And it was just pretty much saying, well, how can you not afford $183 a month? And we were telling him, you know, that could be someone's pay for that month. It could be $100. So we could pay someone $183. That could be somebody's paycheck if we wanted to do employees.
Now people need to stop and be like, how in the hell can you pay somebody $183? Have you ever heard of outsourcing? And if you look at me and you feel any type of way, big businesses do it all of the time. It's just proving a fact that people within wherever have the opportunity, and they are taking the opportunity as bosses, outsourcing instead of keeping the work in states. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yes, people get paid less than that in prison. You know, like if we really want to be real, and and he was just like 183. You know, that would be illegal for you to pay someone 183 a month. But he's thinking too small about it. Okay, he's thinking too myopic about it. If a person had a job where they only put in 3, 4, 6 hours that week or that month, that's what their paycheck would be. What the hell are you, what are you talking about?
Currently, we're on the 29th day of the shutdown in America. People ain't even getting paid at all, and they're working for free.
And some people would enjoy that $183 a month right now.
Okay? So we just gonna keep it right there.
So the fact that you cannot understand where I'm coming from, it speaks. It speaks. So either way, he wouldn't back down, and I pretty much just said, We have, we have over 400 years of economic downturn to overcome and to focus on. And we have to worry about that. And he pretty much said 400 years, like, I'm not understand. Had it just like this, I'm not understanding what you mean by 400 years. I was like, okay, well, you can do your research and figure out, I'm going to give you a number, take the 400, research that, put it in your computer. I'm pretty sure you'll find a lot of things. But he just wasn't grasping what I meant by 400.
For those that may watch this and they may not understand the grasping of 400 years, I'm not going to go too far into this. Okay, but there is just a clear area where just keep it here. Clear area where you can look into history.
Yes, okay, just a couple of facts.
Reconstruction era. And let's look around 1865. It lasted 10 to 12 years. Out of the Reconstruction, we're looking at the 13th, 14th, and the 15th Amendment. And then you have 1860 Act, the Homestead Act. It made land 25 cents per acre. You know, that's if you look at Massanutten too, what we were told and how much Massanutten was purchased for.
Back in the 70s?
Back in the 70s.
It was purchased for $1 million.
That's what we were told, but I'm pretty sure it was well more than that.
But either way, we're not going to go too deep into this because
1876 election, the Great Compromise. 1877 Jim Crow, Black Codes, Penal System, First World War.
We just want to encourage
Herbert Hoover.
We just want to encourage people to do their research. And when we told him the 400 years and just pretty much made it blatant that we weren't going to move forward with him, he pretty much shut everything down and said, "Okay, well, you two have a nice day. Will you two have a nice day?"
Now, the objective was not to make anyone upset in any way, shape, or form. Seriously. And for those that may be sitting up here or sit here, you know, while you're watching us and upset,
Bay did a very well. Okay, when he started to get up, he said, "Sir, what you're not understanding is that we need to start conversations like this so that we have this conversation."
Overall, just to summarize, as uncomfortable as it may make you feel about not having the information, or at that time it may make you uncomfortable with receiving information, or you may understand the information but you're still plain ignorant, be well aware that there are individuals out there that are just trying to have a conversation and are willing to have a conversation with you if you're willing to open up your ears. You may not catch it all at first glance. You may not receive it all at the first, first instinct or the first time that when you talk to someone, but just be completely open and honest with yourself, and it will probably be better during the process of the conversation. But before he got up, I pretty much, like Queen said, I told the man, relax, pretty much, man. Relax, bro.
He was taking it too personal. And it's not about him. It's what's happening in our country at this moment in time, what's been happening, has been happening for too long. Okay? For too long. Yeah. You need to get out there. You need to arm yourself for when people try and take aim at your ignorance and really play with you. And 2019, we have to stop playing with people.
And when we say arm yourselves,
with the knowledge.
Correct. You have the right, first and foremost, freedom of speech. Secondary, of course, to bear arms. But beyond the bearing arms part, knowledge is power. And it's probably best that you pick up a book. Mm-hmm. All right? The best thing about a book is that you can read it.
Yes.
And you can utilize it. So utilize the book. Don't just put it in the backpack for extra weight. Mm-hmm. Utilize the book. If you don't like books, okay, utilize a book, please. And arm yourself with knowledge, because when you come across those type of individuals that maybe mentally they have not grasped the information yet, or they're
in denial of
delusion,
what's happening.
The delusion, the mirrors and smoke, the smoke and mirrors, the slip back.
If he would have grasped that situation, like he grasped that hair with that hair gel, we would have had a powerful, engaging banter. But no.
That's not how it happened.
That's not how it happened. He said, you two have a great day. He shook Jerome's hand, tried to shake mine. I said, don't touch me. Yeah. Well, I didn't say don't touch me. I just looked at his hand.
Now, the reason why I engaged at the end by the shaking of hands was exactly that, to go ahead and keep that exactly the way it was. We started off with the engagement. We're going to end with the engagement. That's it. That's all. We're going to start with the engagement and we're going to end at the engagement. And he moved on to the next group. Yes.
But okay. Again, you all were not to the end, okay? You think you made it through the fire. Well, you have another thicket to walk through.
Now, all we did was go to the next stage. We flipped the next page. And when I tell you the next stage, prepare yourself. Because this is when the true psychology and the mental games begin. All right?
Yes, they were already happening, but now it's just like, just in case we didn't catch you on your ignorance or catch you slipping the first time, we gonna catch you this time. So he ends up leaving, going to the next family. Yeah. She comes over to us and says, okay, we're going to get you guys checked out, get you onto your free gifts, gives us our paper, hands it to another gentleman. And she says he's going to check you out. He is not going to check you out. No. He is doing an exit survey.
An exit survey, which is before you go, I just want to tell you what you're missing out on. The next step, all right? So this gentleman, I'm not sure if they pick and prime this perfectly to the situation, but this gentleman definitely was picked and primed to this situation from an outer observance. And what I will give to you is that this gentleman tried it, picked and primed, but he did not win.
We sat down. He said, oh, okay, how are you doing today? Da, da, da. Yeah. And he said, so how, and you all are married, right? Okay, asked us our names. He was like, and how long have you all been together? And Jerry answers with,
tactic number 1. I know mine. 3 years. Straight in the bag. Yeah. All right. Got my tactic ready. You're not going to come for me.
Because listen. Because if, depending on what you and your mate agree upon or focus on, I should say, in your relationship, if your husband gets that number wrong, that may ruin the rest of your day. How the heck you not going to know we've been together 5 years and how you going to tell him 3?
And that's what they're planning on.
And that's something else they could have been planning on. But I don't, we're not worried about all that. It is not that deep. As long as the main basics are here. You're here, I'm here, we good. Boom. We ain't have to worry about all that number stuff. But either way, that would have been taken a different way. Yeah. After he answers, he then says, oh my goodness, he touches him and everything. He looks at me, he said he almost said that like it was a death sentence. Ha, ha, ha. And I said, no death sentences over here. He said, well, I just said that, because I used to be a pastor.
Second mistake.
This is the second warning, okay? Try to get us with the religion thing, okay? Trying to put the Jesus in there, the Christ in there.
Now, this is not to throw shade to those that practice religion.
Yes.
Again, this is not to throw shade, but it's to show you how individuals will use... Unfortunately, people use God as a pit bull. And I hate to even use pit bulls because pit bulls are such beautiful animals.
Yes, they're beautiful, majestic animals.
Beautiful, majestic animals, okay? But not to go too far, people use God as a weapon. Seriously.
And depending on who you are, you would be put into a more comfortable state after he said that he used to be a pastor. Oh, he used to be a pastor, So you just have to watch what people are saying. So we move on with the conversation, and we go on, and he's just asking us his exit survey, and he's like...
Mind you, when he did ask how many years marriage, I threw the ball back in his court, asking him how many years he's been married. He answered successfully. I made sure he said that he was happily married to put that pressure back on him. Mm-hmm. Fellas, put the pressure back on him.
Yes, put the pressure back on him.
Just put the pressure back on him, bro. Just because it helps you weigh out the outcome later on within the game. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And pretty much the rest of the exit survey was just where are you from? Mm-hmm. Where do you see yourself vacationing? If you could vacation now. And again, this needs to be your vision, okay? Where are my free gifts? That's all you want. He is still sitting there trying to get us to talk about this timeshare and trying to get us to say agree to it. Mm-hmm. And he then says, okay, well, if you were to just close your eyes right now, close your eyes, both of you, just close your eyes. That's not happening.
I did, because we need one. All right.
Yes, you have
to have one to play the game.
Yes, you have to have equal. Yeah. You definitely do. So he closed his eyes. I sat there. And he did the little spiel with him, pretty much saying, I see a beach. Yes, I see a beach.
And it was sunny, and I said that it was warm. Mm-hmm. And for real, he didn't know that I was thinking about the Thanos scene where a dude snapped it. Everybody know Thanos finger snap. You already know what that means, all right? That's how I was feeling. But to be honest with you, completely honest with you, I was just trying to get out of there.
Yes.
The beach. Anytime you say that, y'all, that's all at the end of every movie. What you see, a beach. All right. Just
yes. Notice that too. At the end of every horrific movie where you think, oh my gosh, it's all over, they always end up getting away. A nice little hideout, end up being on a beach, waking up after just getting shot and almost dying at a beach.
At a beach. So there goes your gym, y'all.
Yes, the beach.
Where do you see yourself? A beach.
A beach.
And it's warm outside. Mm-hmm. Do the pina colada, all that. But make sure you say a beach.
Yeah, so either way, he was asking, where is this in Africa? Is it in Florida? Mm-hmm. Are you down this place and that place? Either way, he said, either way, I said that to say. And then he brings out this book and he shows us, again, they have this huge book that they're showing you all the different timeshare options, the gold plus crown and the silver crown and the 3-star placement.
It was almost as thick as a Bible.
Where are my free gifts?
That's the only thing we kept asking.
Where are my free gifts?
Where's the gift?
So then he shows us, okay, so how much did that person tell you out there? Okay, well, what if I cut that to 1/3 of that price? And I give you, it was $300. He was like, I'll give you $300 that you have to pay as a down payment. And then only
pay
171.
No, it was a little bit higher than that. He had us at 182. He had us around 182. Either way.
No, it was $71. Because the guy had us at 183, and then it was $71 for him. But that's still not 1/3 of the price.
Exactly.
That's
so
still.
What we would or should have been honestly paying would have probably been around like $80 to $90 something doing these little small payments that they could actually bring us to. But that's not even real, because again, I can bring it to 1/3. I did a half.
I was going to say, it should have been $60. Okay?
It should have been.
Yes, we used our calculatrice. I dare anyone to come for us.
But why we did that was just to say this, okay? Mm-hmm. He wasn't going to be honest about the percentage rates that happened. The percentage hikes that happened without anyone knowing.
Yes, the interest rate was 17.7%, and he said you can make those payments and start paying off your interest immediately. He said all I would need is this right here, and he held up the Visa gift card that we were due at the end of our tour. That included our deposit that we paid to come, that we were going to get back, that was refundable, as well as the extra money they were giving us for the tour. And he was saying, this is all we need. And I was like, no, sir, I'm going to need you to run me my money. I'm going to need you to sign it.
That's big.
I'm going to need you to sign that piece of paper, and I'm going to need you to run me my money. I need all of that. I can't spare anything.
Now, he was unaware that as I love Bay, okay, always let her run it because they're not seeing the aftermath coming behind it. All right, that's all I gotta tell you.
Yes.
But the gentleman proceeded. It's the pastor, y'all.
Yes.
Well, I can't say that I'm not gonna tempt you. This was his tempt. All right. Another chauvinist. Another sexist. Man, we're gonna have to do a better job because it's coming. All right, it's coming. Y'all tripping, bro. But this individual wanted to go the full route. Looked at me, pretty much like, "You're gonna make the decision."
Yes, but it wasn't. He did not just look at Bay. He said, "You know, I don't want to, you know." I don't want to sound like a chauvinist, and I was like, oh no. I said, no, if you're going to do all that, then you definitely not getting anything down. Like, I'm going to need all that. I'm going to need you to run my money. And then he was like, you know, I was like, and trust and believe, this is gang. Like, if I'm not doing it, he not doing it, I'm not doing it. That's just the way it goes. And he was just like, all right. And then just gave us our receipt so we could go and check out. And we finally made it to the finish line.
Now, the reason why, again, I'm not going to go with the whole game is because we've already ran across multiple people that had this same quality mindset. It's actually a mindset that you're dealing with at the end of the day. So when you've seen it once, all you have to do is let the game replay itself over again. And you don't, one plays one role and the other plays the other role. Keep it simple and you'll confuse them. And it's funny because the individuals that they actually have there as the experience, the ones that's crunching the numbers, whoever these individuals are, they still rely on traditional thinking. And they're dealing with people that are very diverse and multifaceted. So with that being said, we went to the last round.
Yes,
the final.
It was the checkout where you get your free gifts. You meet some people who could care less that you were even there. They're just ready to give you your gift.
I'm thinking about it. That whole time when our young lady, she kept saying, "I'm going to get you the free gift." She never got it. The only people that had our free gift were there. So there's no way.
I think she just kept saying, like, we are going to get you your free gifts. And then, or she was saying it like, you know, I'm going to make sure that we get you your free. They just keep mentioning it so you know you're getting.
So just watch out for that. When you hear it the third time, you're getting close. When you hear it the first time, second time.
When you hear the 7th time, you're getting close. Because I think we heard it about 10 times before we actually got our free gift.
Oh, yeah. We heard it a while. We heard that gift is coming for a while, but the one where it was like surreal. Yes. You're going to get your gift. It was like third time. And for me, it was the third time. Like, let's get that gift going. Yes. We finally got to the next step. Got to a counter. There were 3 people there, well over our age. Okay, I'm just saying they're physical, well over, and they were more settled down to earth. You know what's so funny about them is they were happy that we made it out. Yes. That was the funniest part. Your last stage, you would think that it's the hardest stage. Really, the funniest part is they agree with you at the end. That is pulling teeth. They actually agree with you that it takes too long.
I said we made it through.
Yes.
It just turned into so much that it didn't need to be. There was so much disrespect that didn't need to happen. And if we were ignorant to this information or just had a different mindset or just took everything like, you know, maybe didn't mean it that way, you know, but fortunately, since we live in the skin that we're in, we have to look at everything multi-sided. We have to. We have to. So we just hope this video helped you out with the horrors that you experience when it comes to going on the timeshare tours. Keep doing your timeshare tours. Get your free gifts because they said we have 4 years that we can come back and do it. We're going to do it again. We're going to get our free gift.
Get the free gift.
Might as well.
And the overall basis is one, why we went was to, clear our heads, just the mental space in general. If you're dealing with any type of mental stress, first seek help. But the first help you need to seek is within yourself. Be real with yourself, and then take the next step again. Seek out necessary help. But what we normally need to do is just take time out for yourself, especially for family. Yes. And when you clear your mind, when you're outside of your cozy space, when you're outside of that, you start to realize and you start to think more. And that's what we took the opportunity to do, especially as business owners. Yeah. You have to take some time to think outside the box and away from your natural setting. Because actually you get more ideas, you get more out of it, you see more, and you understand more. But we do hope that this helps you in the long run. Have fun, though, as troubling as that whole trip may have sounded, and really the basis of the trip itself, how it have fun with life, y'all. Don't take things personal, but understand that it's a mental game that's going on, and just stay mentally healthy and well-rounded, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Yes, and that final gentleman actually told us about the hotel as well. He was just like, the reason why they put you in that hotel when you first do the tour is so that you see the worst of the worst, and you want to obtain what they have greater there for you. But that doesn't work for us, okay? We've been to the gutter, Soulja Boy style.
We've already been there. When you and not even the depicted the way that we're honestly being completely honest with you. Yes. When you've already seen it and you've been in the thick of it, no one can put you back in it, because that's a space that you've already worked yourself out of. You don't plan on going back, but you know how to work out of that space. It's exactly the mental game and honestly the psychology that we deal with on a daily basis. When you get there, it's a psychological game. It is to disrupt, to pretty much make you feel disoriented, to a degree where you may think, this might not be for me. I'm just gonna destroy my weekend, and then you go into the Monday and you're really messed up. Nah. Yeah. Handle your situation, get your mental game on point. When you go there, enjoy yourself. Understand that when you go there with family, make sure you do exactly that. Make sure your family is straight like this. Make sure you understand what's around you, but make sure that you focus in on what you're doing and have fun, man.
Yes, and have fun. They're giving away free stuff. Like you might as well, okay? You might as well. And I always hear about the gifts that they're getting better as they go on, because it's just going to. But either way, really hope this video helped you out and just help clear your mind and help arm you with some knowledge before you go and do the timeshare tours. Yeah. And just shout out to all my queens out there, because I know we're constantly have so much on our plate, and it may be hard to manage everything, but we have to do it. Like, whether we want to or not, we have to do it. It's our job, and we have to make sure that we're getting our jobs done, because everyone looks up to us, whether we realize it or not. And we have a serious job to do. So I appreciate you. Keep doing it. You take a break for yourself. Take your self-time that you need, and worry about your mental health. And I love you guys. Yep. Thank you for the support and just tuning in and watching this video. I know it was long, but we had to make sure we got everything in there and tried to make it all make sense. Hopefully it flowed the way we think it flowed. And babe, you have anything else to say?
Peace.